Have you ever felt your blood pressure rise when someone cuts you off in traffic? Or that burning sensation when a coworker takes credit for your work? Or maybe that tightness in your chest when someone criticizes you unfairly? We all face moments when other people push our buttons. But what if I told you that 2,000 years ago, a group of philosophers figured out how to stay calm in these exact situations? Today I'm going to share with you the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, practical tools that have helped millions throughout history maintain their composure when others trigger them. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you get triggered and have 4 powerful Stoic techniques to stay calm in any situation. Let's dive in. Part 1. Understanding triggers. Before we explore Stoic solutions, let's understand what's happening when you get triggered. When someone says or does something that upsets you, your brain's amygdala, the part responsible for emotional processing, goes into overdrive. This triggers your fight or flight response, flooding your body with stress hormones. But here's where the Stoics had a revolutionary insight. It's not what happens to you that causes distress. It's your judgment about what happens. As the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of Stoic emotional resilience. The Stoics understood that we can't control what others say or do, but we have absolute control over how we respond. Think about it. The same comment from a colleague might ruin one person's day, while another shrugs it off. The difference isn't in what was said, but in how each person interpreted it. Now let's explore 4 powerful Stoic techniques to maintain your calm when others seem determined to test your patience. Part 2. Stoic technique, the dichotomy of control. The first and most fundamental Stoic principle is understanding what's within your control and what isn't. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, began his handbook with these words: "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing." Let me show you how this works in practice. Imagine your boss criticizes your presentation in front of the team. What's within your control? Your boss's words? Number their tone? Number their timing? Number your colleagues' reactions? Number your response? Yes. When you feel yourself getting triggered, pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, remind yourself that it's wasted energy to get upset about something you can't change. I used to get furious when people cut me off in traffic, but once I internalized this principle, I realized I was giving strangers control over my emotional state. Now I simply think, their driving isn't in my control, but my reaction is. The freedom that comes with this realization is profound. Part 3. Stoic technique, negative visualization. The second Stoic technique is called premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. This isn't about pessimism, it's about mental preparation. Stoics would deliberately imagine difficult situations before they happen to reduce their emotional impact. Seneca, another great Stoic, advised, "He who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." Here's how to apply this. Before entering situations where you might get triggered, like a meeting with a difficult colleague or dinner with an opinionated relative, take a few moments to imagine potential triggers. What might they say or do? How might you normally react? How would you prefer to respond? By rehearsing challenging scenarios in advance, you create mental antibodies against strong emotional reactions. I use this technique before family gatherings. I visualize my uncle bringing up politics, imagine the triggering comments he might make, and rehearse my calm response. When it actually happens, I'm prepared, and the emotional impact is significantly reduced. This mental rehearsal transforms potential ambushes into anticipated events you're ready to handle with grace. Part 4. Stoic technique, the view from above. The third Stoic technique is gaining perspective through what's called the view from above. Marcus Aurelius practiced this regularly, writing, "Think of the whole universe of matter and how small your share. Think about the expanse of time and how brief, almost momentary, the part marked for you. When someone triggers you, try this. Imagine floating above the situation, seeing it from 10 feet up, now from 100 feet, now from 1,000 feet. Finally, see it from the perspective of the entire planet. From this cosmic viewpoint, how important is this trigger really? Will it matter in a week, a year, 5 years? I remember being deeply upset when a colleague dismissed my idea in a meeting. That night, I practiced this technique, imagining our tiny office building from higher and higher up until I could see the entire city, country, and planet. My anger dissolved as I realized how insignificant this moment was in the grand scheme. This isn't about dismissing your feelings, but about putting them in proper perspective. Most of what upsets us simply isn't worth the emotional energy we give it. Part 5. Stoic Technique. The reverse clause. The final Stoic technique I want to share is what I call the reverse clause, inspired by Marcus Aurelius' famous quote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the Stoic practice of turning obstacles into opportunities. When someone triggers you, ask yourself, how can this challenge help me grow? If someone criticizes your work instead of getting defensive, ask, is there any truth to this I can learn from? Can this help me develop thicker skin? Is this an opportunity to practice patience? I once had a manager who constantly interrupted me. Instead of getting frustrated, I used it as an opportunity to practice clear, concise communication and assertiveness. What started as a trigger became valuable training that served me throughout my career. The Stoics believed that life's difficulties weren't just to be endured, but were actually the training ground for developing virtue and character. Your triggers aren't your enemies, they're your teachers. Conclusion and call to action. Let's recap the 4 Stoic techniques for staying calm when others trigger you. The dichotomy of control. Focus only on what's within your power. Negative visualization. Mentally rehearse triggers before they happen. The view from above. Gain perspective on how small most problems are. The reverse clause. Transform triggers into opportunities for growth. These ancient philosophical tools have stood the test of time because they work. They've helped me transform from someone who was easily triggered to someone who can maintain composure in challenging situations. Which of these techniques resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical wisdom from ancient philosophy. And if you know someone who struggles with getting triggered, share this video with them. Remember what Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.